Nemont, Pepsi, and Dr. Dan.
That's fine.
Okay.
They're our sponsors too.
All right.
All right.
following is a presentation of Nemont.TV.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come.
Sheridan Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
When you're looking for a bank to give you that extra helping hand, think Independence Bank. Not only can we offer you all your banking needs, but we are locally owned, and achieving success through the consistent commitment to our communities and our customers is our top priority. Come visit us today at www.ibyourbank.com or stop into one of our branches. Independence Bank. Banking on the High Line. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
It's time for agronomy facts from Pro Co-op of Peerless, Birchland, Opine, Forbuse, Flaxville, Scobie, Plentywood, and Antelope. Having a local full-service ag center in your community is a value to both farm and towns alike. Pro Co-op serves Northeast Montana farms and ranches with multiple fertilizer plants and locations, as well as spreader trucks and support trucks. Agronomists for soil testing, field and weed analysis, chemical sales, and ground application and aerial application services. Local, full-service, Pro Co-op.
At Northern Prairie Auto, a better value begins with better values from us. Just stop in. You'll see that we are built on local Montana trust that you won't see with those big city guys. Our no-pressure sales staff will put you in the right vehicle, and if we don't have it, by golly, we'll find it. Our service staff strives in getting you back out on the road quickly and within your budget. Northern Prairie Auto, located at 100 Highway 2 East in Wolf Point.
An independent insurance agency with you in mind. That's the goal of Silver Star Insurance. What makes Silver Star so different? While the big guys stick to their one company, Silver Star has the ability to search plans from a plethora of different companies to get you the most comprehensive and competitive quote. Locally owned and operated. The way we like it up here in Northeast Montana. Silver Star Insurance.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain, lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Berwick, and let's see, Holden Salver, 10 is Rowan Wilson, 11 is Katie Holmes. And the game started and they got the tip.
The Bainville Bulldogs got the tip, and it's Wilson on the left-hand side, and he gets it off to the right-hand side over to Holden Salivar. And this back to Evan Anderson. And then it is Salivar. They're looking at Berwick inside. Whoop, that's tipped. Good hands there by Dylan Wade. 7:31, we still have no score. 0-0. And it's going to be Wilson triggering it in. He gets it off to Anderson. And it's going to be Salivar putting that up. Rebounded by Wilson, and that's going to be dropped out of there. Stolen out of there by T.C. Swenson. And I believe he's going to be fouled there by
number 11.
Caden Holmes. That'll be number 1 on Caden. It looks like Beechler and Lundby are going to bring it up. Bulldogs looks like they're in a man-to-man. And it's going to be Beechler going to take Holmes off the dribble, passes off to Wade. Wade back to Beechler. Beechler's going to put up the 3. Not good. Holmes is going to run it down, gets it off to Wilson. Wilson up the left-hand sideline, gets it off to Berwick. Back to Wilson. And we've got Salivar, got a screen there by Holmes. Didn't see the roller. Here's Wilson penetrating in. And that is going to be way off the mark there. And it's going to be Lundby over to Wade. Here's Beechler driving down. He's going to get it inside to Stewart. Stewart up to Swenson. Swenson's going to put up the 3. No good. Rebounded by Berwick. Berwick's going to get it off to Wilson. And Wilson's going to walk it up. Still have 0-0 with 6:21 on the board. And here's Berwick up top over to Wilson. Holmes is open the corner, missed him. Here's Oliver, going to go baseline. And it's going to be Berwick. Wow, that was wild. That was way over the top. Here comes Wade. He's going to press and bring it up. And he's going to go down. It's going to be back to Beechler. Nice assist there by Dylan Wade. So 3-0, 5:54 remaining. Wilson's going to bring it up. And Wilson gets it off to Anderson, over to Holmes. And then we've got Salivar back up top to Anderson. Here's Wilson. Wilson's going to get it inside. And that, get it inside to Berwick, and that's going to be 2 points on that, and he's going to get fouled.
He had a very strong move on the inside there.
If he gets the ball inside, you're just, yep. Ended up that T.C. Swenson ended up on him. I don't know how that happened, but. So he'll shoot one. 5:27 remaining here in the first period, and all of a sudden we got really quiet. Oop, that's up and good, so we are tied. 3-3. Now they're going to have a 2-2-1 press. It's going to be Lundby back to Wade. Over to Stewart. Back to Wade. And they get it across. And Wade gets it over to Beechler, standing alone. He's going to put that one in. Dragon Beechler, they're leaving him alone. I find that kind of hard to
yeah, because usually he's about our second best three-point shooter.
Well, if he gets to stand there, definitely.
Yeah.
So we've got Oliver with the ball over to Holmes, and they're looking at Berwick. Now we got Stewart inside on Berwick. And it looks like the Thunder are maybe in a 2-3, trying to stay down there and help out on Berwick. And like Beechler had his hand on the ball there, Dragon Beechler, so he checked it out of bounds. And now it looks like the Thunder are still staying in that. They get it into Holmes, and he's going to put it up. No good. Rebounded out there by Max Lundby. He's going to bring it up the right-hand sideline. 6-3, Thunder with a 3-point lead. And he's going to get it to Wade, over to Beechler. And Beechler to inside to Stewart, out to Wade. Wade's going to put up the 3, rebounded by Stewart. And they get it up to T.C. Swenson, over to Beechler. Beechler's going to put up the 3. That's going to be long. They're going to try to rebound it, and it'll end up in Rowan Wilson's hand. And they get it up court to Berwick, and then Berwick's going to try to throw it back to Wilson and reset, but he throws it across the timeline. So that'll be an over and back. So 6-3. 6-3, 4:04 remaining. The Thunder with a 3-point lead, and it's going to be Lundby He's going to trigger it in. He's going to look. Gets it to Stewart. Over to Beechler. And then Beechler's going to dribble over towards Swenson. Gets it to Lundby. Lundby's going to put up the three. No good. Rebounded there by Wilson. Rowan Wilson quickly gets it up to Evan Anderson. He puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded there by Lundby. And Max Lundby brings it up. Here's Wade over to Beechler. And Beechler's going to put up the three. Rebounded there by Wade. And Wade tried to tip that in. And so that'll be a foul on Rowan Wilson.
Rowan, yep.
Dylan Wade go there. And
he's going to the line for two.
So 6-3. First one is up and good. So it's 7-3. 3:32 remaining in the first period. And the second one is up, and that is good as well. 8-3. 3:31 remaining. And now it looks like the Thunder in man-to-man. They're kind of changing it up. And Stewart's going to go over the top. And they had backside help, but they got it over the top in between, and Berwick is going to get another two, so 8-5. Here's Wade. And it's going to be Swenson to Lundby, and Beechler's going to take the shot, and it'll be Wade putting it back up. Scores it, and he'll get to shoot another one.
Basket was good.
So that foul is on, let's see, Evan Anderson, his first.
Yep.
So 10-5. Second one is up and good. Or excuse me, the and one was up and good. So 11-5, 2:58 remaining. This is Sue Meyer along with Kim Meyer. And we are on Nemont.TV and KATQ Radio. And certainly like to thank all our sponsors. Here's Berwick, gets it over to Wilson. Berwick looking outside, gets it across to Salivar. He takes a couple dribbles, gets it down to Anderson, back to Salivar. Over to Holmes, he's way up top. They've got like a lot of people outside. Then Anderson's going to take the very long three. Rebounded there by Wade. And he tries to throw it over the top to Swenson. Berwick is there to pick it off. 11-5, 2:19 remaining. Here's Wilson over to Salivar. Holmes back to Salivar. Is going to put up the three. Yikes, that's way off. And it's quickly brought up the court by Beechler. And Beechler gets it across to Lundby. Lundby's going to go at the basket. Going to put up the jump shot. Rebounded out there by Wilson.
Had a nice spin move.
Yeah, it just kind of fell off the line.
Yeah.
They get it to Holmes. Here's Wilson. Now they're going to throw it over the top to Berwick, and that is like checked out of there by Beechler, and it looks like it went off one of the Bainville players. So the Bulldogs will be now in a 2-1-2 press. That's different. And here's Wade. They get it over to Lundby. And it's Wade is going to go all the way by, and he's going to score that. So we're going to have a timeout. I think Bainville wants to talk it over. It's 13-5, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
When you're looking for a bank to give you that extra helping hand, think Independence Bank. Not only can we offer you all your banking needs, but we are locally owned, and achieving success through the consistent commitment to our communities and our customers is our top priority. Come visit us today at www.ibyourbank.com or stop into one of our branches. Independence Bank. Banking on the High Line. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
It's time for agronomy facts from Pro Co-op of Peerless, Birchland, Opine, Four Buttes, Flaxville, Scobie, Plentywood, and Antelope. Having a local full-service ag center in your community is a value to both farm and towns alike. Pro Co-op serves Northeast Montana farms and ranches with multiple fertilizer plants and locations, as well as spreader trucks and support trucks. Agronomists for soil testing, field and weed analysis, chemical sales, and ground application and aerial application services. Local, full service, Pro Co-op.
Coach Romo wanted to talk it over and kind of get things squared away on what he wants them in. With 1:29 remaining, it's 13-5 to Thunder with an 8-point lead. And it's going to be Wilson. He gets it over to Holmes. Holmes is looking at Berwick. Berwick's being double teamed inside. And here's Wilson's going to get it to Berwick. And he's going to get it up and in. Parker Berwick. He has all the points for the Bainville Bulldogs today. And then it is Blake Stewart looking. He's trying to get it up the court, and they're putting on some pressure. They kind of got it touched there. We'd like to thank Pepsi, Nemont, and Stockman Bank for sponsoring us in both Nemont.TV and the radio. And it's Lundby over to Swenson. Here's Wade. And Wade's going to call out a play. Get it over to Lundby. Here's Beechler. Back to Lundby. Back to Beechler.
8 on the shot clock.
Gets it across to Swenson. He'll put up the 3 there on the sideline. I think Lundby, he went for the rebound there, Kim, but I think he ended up fouling. Good hustle by Max Lundby. 13-7, 37.8 remaining in this period. Thunder with the lead over Bainville Bulldogs. And here's Wilson, going to bring it up, gets it over to Salivar. And I know why I don't recognize any of the people. They all dyed their hair blonde.
Seems like it. They have a bunch of twins out there.
Here's Salivar going to put up the 3, and that's going to be long. Rebounded out of there by Wade. Wade's going to quickly bring it up. Get it to Lundby. Okay, so we got, there it looks
10
like.
seconds left.
And they're going to be Lundby putting up the shot. No good. Rebounded out of there by by Anderson. Anderson gets it to Holmes, and he's not going to get a shot off. So at the end of one period, it is the MonDak Thunder 13, Bainville Bulldogs 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
I'm hungry. Me too. What do we eat? Look!
Are you hungry and in a hurry? Need a flavor explosion fast? Then get ready for the food rush. We're serving up gourmet goodness on the go. From mouth-watering melts to succulent sushi, the Food Rush has something for everyone. Check out Facebook for their daily menu and when they're coming to your hometown. The Food Rush. Quality eats at lightning speed.
At Daniel Sheridan Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you improve your financial life and achieve your goals. As a not-for-profit financial institution owned by community members like you, we're able to offer better loan and savings rates, lower fees, and exceptional personalized service. Give us a call or stop by our Scobie or Medicine Lake branch to discuss how we can help you save with low-rate vehicle loans, free checking with rewards, or customized business and ag lending. Find us online at dsfcu.net.
As we come back between the quarter break, starting the second period, the Thunder have a 13-7 point lead over the Bainville Bulldogs. We got Swenson coming off of a pick on the bottom, and he's going to put up the 3, and that'll be good. So it's now 16-7, and we got a substitution. Owen Edwards is in the game for the Thunder. And Wilson is taking a look, trying to get the ball to Berwick. He goes baseline, going to be double teamed there, and I think Wade's going to end up with a foul on that one.
Yep, 1-0.
And then we're going to have Charles Johnston. He is a 5'10" ninth grader. He's coming in the game, and who was that put that in? Berwick, Kim?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so it is 16-9. Here comes Wade. It's Lundby, and they get it to Swenson, and he drops it out of bounds.
Tanya. Who made the last one for you guys?
Here comes Wilson bringing it up.
Holmes? Okay.
So I guess that last basket was Caden Holmes. Wilson's got it, gets it to Johnston. Here is Anderson, back to Wilson. Wilson's going to penetrate in, gets it over to Berwick. Anderson, Wilson, Johnston. Here's Wilson, back to Anderson, get it outside to Berwick. Back to Anderson, they got 4 seconds. They get it to Berwick, and he's going to put up the three, and it's Holmes. He gets up there and gets his hands on it, but it ends up in Dylan Wade's hands, and he's going to go all the way to the basket and go up and not be able to score that one. That was too bad. It was a nice play by Dylan Wade. And then they get it to Berwick, and he's taking a look inside, and he kind of threw the ball away there.
Yeah. And they have Beechler in for...
Beechler's in for Swenson. So they get Stewart. Here's Lundby. Now they're in a 2-2-1 press. Get it to Stewart. Back to Wade. And Wade's going to get it off to Edwards. Here's Lundby. Lundby back to Edwards. Back up. Here comes Wade's going to put up the shot. And it'll be Beechler hustling to get the rebound. Gets it inside to Stewart. Yep, and that's blocked. Rebounded by Lundby. Here's going to be Beechler going to put up the three. Rebounded there by Salivar. He gets it off to Wilson. 16-9 is our score in the second period here in the Westby High School Gymnasium. We got Rowan Wilson with the ball. He gets it out to Anderson. Here's going to be Salivar putting up the three. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart off to Wade. Wade's going to quickly bring it up, get it to Beechler, over to Lundby. And Lundby's going to try to put it up, gets it to Edwards. It'll be Beechler putting up the three. And it's going to be Berwick ending up with the rebound, 16-9. Wilson's going to bring it up. Got Wilson, Salivar.
I think they were complaining about the ball hit the shot clock. I think it did, but they didn't call it. So.
It was Anderson to Salivar. Salivar's going to put up the long three, and that's going to go off the shot clock and be no good.
Now they're really not going to like it.
So we got Holmes, I believe, is trying to come in the game here. He's going to come in for Anderson. 4:54 remaining here in the second period. 16-9 is our score. The Thunder with a 7-point lead. And it's going to be Lundby bringing it up. To get it to Wade. Back to Lundby. And then it's going to be Beechler from the corner. Rebounded out there by Wilson. He's going to push it up. Gets it to Salivar. Salivar travels. All he had to do was take one dribble, Kim, and lay it up.
I think he got lost to where he was.
Ended up traveling.
Yeah.
So 16-9.
I think he thought he was closer than he was. If he would have just taken one more dribble, yeah, he would have had a layup.
So Owen Edwards, Wade Beechler. Beechler over to Lundby. We got Keegan Runnigan in the game for the first time. It's going to be Wade putting up the shot. A rebound out there by Johnston. He gets it to Wilson. And Bainville, they take some time off the clock.
Yeah, they're not in a hurry.
They got Salivar. Boy, Salivar's got blonde hair and lime green shoes. You can't miss him. Here's Berwick, back to Salivar. They got Wilson at the block here. And that's going to be tipped out by Lundby. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. We're going to get Anderson back in the game. Anderson's going to come in and replace Johnston. And Wilson, he'll trigger it inbounds, Rowan Wilson. And he's going to get it across to Holmes. Here's Berwick, and Berwick's going to put up the jump shot, and that'll be good by Parker Berwick. 16-11. Lundby to Edwards. Back to Lundby. And then Edwards. Here's Beechler. And he's going to try to go all the way. Rebounded out there by Berwick. He gets it to Wilson. 16-11 is our score. And it's going to be Wilson. He gets double teamed there, gets it over to Anderson. Here's Salivar, back to Anderson. They're going to throw it inside to Berwick, and Berwick's all alone inside there. They got to have backside help, and they're not getting that.
Yeah.
16-13. Here comes Wade, and Wade's going to have the ball stripped there by Wilson. And it's going to be Wilson putting it up. No good. Rebounded there by Beechler. Beechler will bring it up. And he's going to put up the three. No good. Rebounded there by Wilson. Wilson brings it up, gets it over to Salivar. And we got Runnigan in on Berwick. Here's Wilson, going to look at Holmes. And that's going to be checked out. Be Bainville basketball. We're going to have Stewart and Swenson coming back in the game. They get it into Holmes, wide open.
Nice bank shot.
Thunder got caught with their hands down there in that one.
Yeah.
16-15, here comes. They're going to get it to Swenson. Swenson goes all the way to the basket, doesn't make it. Rebounded out of there by Salivar, gets it quickly to Wilson. 2 minutes remaining here. Wilson's going to bring it up. And Berwick wants the ball over the top. And it's going to be Salivar. Salivar puts that one in. Shot about 6 times and didn't even get the rim. So 18-16, the Bulldogs with the lead. They get it out to Runnigan. Runnigan's going to go to the line. Goes to the hole. Tries to get it in to Stewart. Loses the ball. We got a jump ball. And that'll be the Bulldog basketball. So we got 1:27. We're going to have timeout by the Thunder.
Bainville run ahead in this game.
And we're going to have a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in 30 seconds.
There are those who stand out. When Mother Nature sends her best, we never give up and we never rest. We are dedicated to our communities in which we serve. A mission we stand by. Reliable, affordable electricity owned by you. We are your cooperative, and that's what we do. Sheridan Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
As we come back out of the timeout, this is Sue Meyer along with Kim Meyer, and we are live here with KTQ Radio and Nemont.TV. And with 1:22 remaining, it's Salivar looking to penetrate. Gets it off to Wilson. Here's it over to Anderson, over to Berwick. Thunder are in man-to-man. Get it to Salivar. Here's Wilson, over to Anderson. And it'll be Holmes putting up the jumper. Rebounded there by Berwick, and he's going to put that one back up and in. You know, when the Thunder are fronting him all the time, Kim, then it's hard to box him out.
Oh, yeah, he's got perfect rebounding position then.
And it's going to be Wade to run again. Here's Swenson. Swenson's going to put up the set shot. No good. Rebounded out there by Berwick. 20-16. And it's going to be Salivar. And Salivar's hit 2 in a row now. He was about 0 for 6. And now he's 2.
He might be getting
2 for 2.
He might be getting hot.
Swenson barely caught that one. Here's Runnigan back to Swenson. Gets it to Wade. And Wade's going to try to go to the basket. I believe he's going to be fouled by Wilson.
It looks like it.
That'll be Rowan's second. 15.9 seconds remaining. 23-16, the Bulldogs have a 7-point lead. They're going to get it up to Wade. Over to Swenson. Here's Lundby. Lundby's going to try to put some moves on. It's going to have a jump ball. Thunder will get the basketball underneath their own basket again. 6.1 seconds remaining. Lundby's going to trigger it in.
Let's see if they can take advantage of this.
They get it to Stewart. There's Swenson going to put up the three. No good. And at the end of the first half, it's going to be the Bulldogs 23 and the Thunder 16. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes to go over a few stats. So back to our station.
With hundreds of years of combined experience doing the very jobs you're working on, we're sure to have the right advice, the right inventory, and the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Don't take chances hoping the guy behind the counter gets it right. Shop your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store for the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Nationally known, locally owned. Napa Auto Parts.
Getting tired of watching the game all by yourself? Do you wish you could talk sports to someone besides your dog? Then come on down to Banjo's Club 109 in Scobie. Bend your ear talking about the glory days of high school sports while watching the big game. Order some delicious pizza or try their famous Banjo Burger. So when you think of fun, food, and drinks, think Banjo's Club 109 in Scobie. Banjo's, your home away from home.
Out here on the prairie, we have two types of animals, our livestock and our family. At High Prairie Veterinary Clinic, we treat every animal with care and compassion they deserve. From routine checkups to emergency care, our experienced team is here for you, keeping your stock healthy and your beloved companions happy. We're your trusted neighbors, after all. Their health is our heartland. High Prairie Veterinary Clinic, 420 Cascade Street in Wolf Point.
Hey, grab me one too.
Nemont.TV would like to thank the following businesses who made today's broadcast possible.
Book your next meeting or party with Farmer Farms Event Center. Kitchenette, refrigerator, and freezer space. To reserve, call 783-7113 or through their Facebook page.
Prairie Hills Seed Company, 401 East Northern Avenue in Plentywood. Call or text Brent today at 765-7658 for all your seed cleaning needs.
Your mom got a new tractor? Can't she see in the dark? Can do. Deer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. I'm out of here.
Pleasant Prairie Brewing, where the vibes are strong and the strangers are high-fiveable. Hit up Facebook to see what's new. Beers brewed. Skills Tax Prep, Plentywood and Culbertson. Bookkeeping and payroll. We got skills for your paperwork.
Today's play-by-play announcing brought to you by KATQ in Plentywood. Radio International KATQ 1070 AM and 100.1 FM on your radio dial. Check them out on the web at katqradio.com.
We're here for agriculture, Nutrient Ag, helping local growers turn their hard work into success, leading the field with ag chemical sales, fertilizer, soil sampling, custom application, and crop consulting. The friendly staff at Nutrient Ag will be there to get you started. A proud sponsor of all things local. We're here for the little guy with big guy dreams. Nutrient Ag, serving the best farmers of northeastern Montana.
Tired of the same old routine? Looking for a place to spice things up? Well, oh boy, do we have a place for you. Come on down to Arthur's Saloon, the perfect place to raise your spirits. Arthur's makes their own homemade pizza and has the only pool table in town. Looking to watch local high school sports? Arthur's streams all the local events, and you can watch them on their big screen TVs. So get out and socialize. Makes memories. Arthur's Saloon, 17 Main Street in Scobie.
I'm hungry. Me too. What do we eat? Look!
Are you hungry and in a hurry? Need a flavor explosion fast? Then get ready for the food rush. We're serving up gourmet goodness on the go. From mouth-watering melts to succulent sushi, the food rush has something for everyone. Check out Facebook for their daily menu and when they're coming to your hometown. The Food Rush. Quality eats at lightning speed.
It's time for agronomy facts from Pro Co-op of Peerless, Richland, Opine, Four Buttes, Flaxville, Scobie, Plentywood, and Antelope. Having a local full-service ag center in your community is a value to both farm and towns alike. Pro Co-op serves Northeast Montana farms and ranches with multiple fertilizer plants and locations, as well as spreader trucks and support trucks. Agronomists for soil testing, field and weed analysis, chemical sales, and ground application and aerial application services. Local, full-service, Pro Co-op.
When you're looking for a bank to give you that extra helping hand, think Independence Bank. Not only can we offer you all your banking needs, but we are locally owned, and achieving success through the consistent commitment to our communities and our customers is our top priority. Come visit us today at www.ibyourbank.com or stop into one of our branches. Independence Bank. Banking on the High Line. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
There are those who stand out. When Mother Nature sends her best, we never give up and we never rest. We are dedicated to our communities in which we serve. A mission we stand by. Reliable, affordable electricity owned by you. We are your cooperative, and that's what we do. Sheridan Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Period, there was kind of a Thunder kind of went cold. They kept taking threes, and they were not going in.
No, and we weren't rebounding.
You know, I mean, and if we were, then we threw it back out, and they shot another three. So as we get started here, it looks like
it's going to be Bainville's ball.
Yeah, Bainville Bulldogs will get the ball to start the second half.
If we can see if we can tie them up a little bit and maybe hit a few of our own.
As we get started here, it looks like Rowan Wilson's got the ball. He's going to bring it up the right-hand sideline, taking a look. And they're going to put Berwick at the block. Stewart is going to be there. And really, really nice pass by Rowan Wilson there to Berwick.
He missed it. We had a guy in the back too, but he just happened to miss the pass.
Yeah, it was a good pass by Wilson.
Yeah.
We got Wade. He's going to go to the basket, and there's going to be a jump ball. It looked like Anderson got his hands on the ball. So it'll be Thunder basketball underneath their own basket, and it'll be Lundby triggering it in. And he's looking, gets it up top to Swenson. Swenson over to Wade. Here comes Beechler. Beechler over to Swenson, back to Lundby, stolen out of there by Anderson. Anderson's going to bring it up, and nice shot fake by Anderson there. 27-16 is our score. No, that's not right, is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, they scored twice, didn't they? Lundby to Wade, and he's going to put up the three, and that is going to be good. Dylan Wade makes a three, so 27-19. And it looks like the Thunder are in man-to-man on this one. And Stewart is giving up about 3 or 4 inches to Berwick. And this is Salivar up to Wilson, over to Salivar. And he's going to go off the Berwick pick. Throws it up to Anderson. Anderson looked at it. Kind of didn't put enough air underneath it.
They did put enough arch on that. Otherwise, that wasn't a good plan. But
yeah. 27-19 is our score. The Bulldogs with the lead. This is Sue Meyer with Kim Meyer. And here comes Wade. Looks, gets it off to Swenson. Swenson up to Beechler. Beechler wide open. He's going to put it up and put it in, dragging Beechler, and looks like the Thunder are going to live and die by the three. 27-22. Anderson over to Salivar, and here's Holmes in the corner. They lob it up, and that'll go off the mark. Berg just kind of misses that one. It's going to go off of Beechler's hands. 27-22. I got Wilson with the ball. He's going to get it to Holmes, and Holmes is going to put up a nice shot fake.
He went in between 2 Thunder players and got between them and then made a layup. He did a nice job there.
Here's Lundby. Beechler's going to put up the three. No good. Rebounded by Wade. Wade's going to put it up and in for 2.
That was nice hands by Wade. He reached back and grabbed it.
29-24. Wilson over to Anderson. Over to Wilson in the corner. Here comes Anderson. Anderson's going to penetrate in, and Wilson will have the wide open three, and that's going to be good by Rowan Wilson. I believe that's his first attempt, Kim, too.
I believe, yeah.
32-24. Here's Beechler over to Wade. Here's Lundby. Back to Beechler. Going to put up the three. No good. Rebounded out there by Wilson. Bulldogs are doing a great job of boxing out. Here comes Wilson. He's going to go all the way down, and it'll be Berwick. Berwick puts it up and in for 2.
Yeah, and then threw up kind of a high thing over top of the hands, and he got a nice drop.
34-24. Get it to Wade. Wade to Lundby. Lundby is going to penetrate in. No good. Rebounded out there by Berwick. Berwick up to Holmes. And Holmes, he's got it. And then it was Berwick and Holmes fighting for the ball. It'll be Wade going the other way. Try to get it to Swenson. Swenson goes off his hands, out of bounds. We got Johnson coming in the game for the Bulldogs. 34-24, 4:17 remaining in the third period. The Bulldogs back up to a 10-point lead. And it'll be Anderson bringing it up. Johnston to Anderson. Here's Wilson. And Wilson drops it up to Berwick. And Berwick's got that shot fake down, Kim.
Yeah, I guess everybody up in the air, and then he just waits till they go by, and then he's got a nice, easy little layup.
36-24. It's going to be Swenson with the three-point attempt. Here comes Anderson. And the Bulldogs are baiting the Thunder into shooting threes, and they're not going in. Anderson over to Wilson. Wilson to Berwick. And Berwick just waits till they come back down. Rebounded out there by Wade. Wade's going to press it up. And he's going to go up and in, but they're going to call a charge on Dylan Wade. So that'll be his second foul. And we've got Owen Edwards coming in. Edwards, a sophomore. 36-24, 3:28 remaining in the third period. And we've got Wilson bringing the ball up the court. Anderson now with the ball. Evan Anderson over to Johnson. And Johnson to Holm. Holm puts up the three. Rebounded there by Edwards, and that's going to be tipped off. Edwards, and it goes off his leg. We've got Salivar coming in the game. Holmes is going to take a break. 36-24, 3:13 remaining, and Wilson's going to have the ball out of bounds underneath the Bainville Bulldog basket, and they look. They get it to Salivar. Up to Anderson. There's Salivar. Over to Wilson. And it is Salivar getting it to Berwick. He tries to hit Wilson for a layup. Stolen out of there by Lundby. Lundby over to Wade. Here is Edwards, and he puts up the three. No good. Rebounded out of there by Wilson. And he's going to quickly bring it down. 2:46 remaining. Third period. And they're going to get it across to Salivar. Over to Anderson. Anderson's going to take a look. They get it across to Johnson. Here is Wilson. Over to Anderson. Anderson goes baseline, and he scores. Evan Anderson. And we're going to have a timeout by the MonDak Thunder. And so we'll be back in 60 seconds.
There are those who stand out. When Mother Nature sends her best, we never give up and we never rest. We are dedicated to our communities in which we serve. A mission we stand by. Reliable, affordable electricity owned by you. We are your cooperative, and that's what we do. Sheridan Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
With hundreds of years of combined experience doing the very jobs you're working on, we're sure to have the right advice, the right inventory, and the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Don't take chances hoping the guy behind the counter gets it right. Shop your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store for the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Nationally known, locally owned. Napa Auto Parts.
Remaining. Thunder wanted to talk it over, get organized. Here's Lundby. They get it to Swenson. Here comes Edwards. He's going to come in the middle, throws it to Stewart. And then Wade's going to be standing wide open. Nice pass by Blake Stewart to Dylan Wade. 38-27, 2:03 remaining. Anderson, Salivar, back to Salivar. Over to Wilson. Back to Johnston, and they get it to Wilson. Off to Berwick's going to put up the three, and that's going to be good. Parker Berwick Going to put up the 3.
Inside and outside both. Tonight he is
41-27.
He's feeling it.
Swenson gets it over to Edwards, up to Lundby. Lundby's going to put up the 3, and that's going to be good by Max Lundby, his first bucket. 41-30. Here comes Wilson, going to go all the way to the hole, and I believe that Wade's going to get a block called on that. 3 fouls. That'll bring Wilson to the line. As I threw my pen up in the bleachers, that was bad. Thank you to Audrey Lundby for getting that for me. First one is up and good by Wilson. He's going to get another. 42-30. Beecher's going to come back in, and Edwards will come out. And Wilson will get another. Rowan Wilson, a senior. And that's going to go up and in for Wilson. Score is 43-30. And it is like the Bulldogs have baited the Thunder into 3-point shots, and they're not going in. Then it makes it kind of tough. That is rebounded there by Wade. And I think he's going to get fouled there by Berwick, and that'll be his first.
Well,
I think his first foul. So that'll send Wade to the line to shoot 2. With 1:03 remaining in this third period, it's going to be Wade. That goes in and out. He'll get another. Thunder are all decked out in white and black and gold, and the Bainville Bulldogs are in navy blue and white and silver maybe. Second one is in. 43-31. Wilson to Johnston. Here's Wilson. And then Wilson's being left alone. And that's going to be rebounded there. Wow, Anderson got his hand on the ball and got it over to Berwick. And Berwick's going to put it up and in, and he's going to get fouled. Parker Berwick has had a whale of a game here. And that one's going to be on Blake Stewart. That's his first. So Berwick will shoot another one.
It seems like everything falls your way. It just comes that way.
Right now he's got 23 points of the 46 that the Bulldogs have. Parker Berwick, pretty deadly. It's going to be Beechler standing alone, shoots the 3, gets his own rebound and gives it in to Lundby. Here's Wade standing all alone. That's going to be no good. That goes up and hits the shot clock, so that's out of bounds. We got Holmes going to come back in now.
32 seconds in the third quarter.
And Coach Romo is going to give Parker Berwick a well-deserved rest with 32.9 seconds remaining in the third period. Berwick has had the hot hand, been unable to stop. And Wilson's going to pull it back here. Gets it to Salivar. Johnson. Back to Salivar, and that's going to go off Salivar out of bounds. Coach Romo saying, please dribble the ball. 17.4 remaining. Wade's going to trigger it in with Lundby. They're going to get it off. So it's going to be, they're going to be in a man-to-man. Here's Lundby, gets it to Swenson, and Swenson loses his balance there.
Yeah, travel caused him to travel.
So 8.8 seconds remaining, 46-31 in the third period. And the Bulldogs have the ball. Here comes Wilson. He's coming down.
4 seconds.
Looking at Berwick, and he's gonna go all the way to the hole himself and score it. So at the end of 3, it's gonna be the Bulldogs 48, MonDak Thunder 31. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Montana, we are proud to say it's where we live and where we work. The vibe is different here. We are friendly, caring, hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. No one else covers Montana or cares for Montana more than Stockman Bank. To us, Montana isn't just a place. It's the only place we do business. That's why we are Montana's brand of banking.
We're here for agriculture, Nutrient Ag, helping local growers turn their hard work into success, leading the field with ag chemical sales, fertilizer, soil sampling, custom application, and crop consulting. The friendly staff at Nutrient Ag will be there to get you started. A proud sponsor of all things local. We're here for the little guy with big guy dreams. Nutrient Ag, serving the best farmers of northeastern Montana.
Well, starting the fourth period here in the Westby High School Gymnasium, this is Sue Meyer along with Kim Meyer. We've got Brent Sompy with us on the Nemont.TV, and the Bulldogs get the ball to start the period. And Wilson's going to take a look at it. Looks like they might be, they're in man-to-man, looks like the MonDak Thunder. Here comes Holmes. He's going to go all the way to the hole, jump up, miss it. Rebound it, put it back up, miss it, and then it's going to go off of Holmes out of bounds. Caden Holmes pretty active there on the offensive glass.
He's a very good leaper, so then if he does miss it, he's right back up again and looking to score it.
Oof. And then it's going to be, they set a screen up for Parker Berwick, get him the ball right away, and 50-31. Parker Berwick has been basically unstoppable. And Dylan Wade, great assist there to Keegan Runnigan for the two. 50-33, that's what the Thunder need. They need to penetrate and get somebody at the block.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Holmes looking at Berwick. And here's going to be Salivar. And Salivar is all of a sudden hot. Ever since the second period when he hit two in a row, he has been deadly.
Yeah.
Here's Lundby over to Wade, back to Beechler. Beechler's going to put it up and in. Dylan Wade unselfishly gives it off to his teammates standing wide open. 53-36. Here's Wilson to Salivar. Over to Anderson. Anderson to Salivar. Here's Wilson. Wilson's going to get it up to Berwick. Berwick over to Holmes, and he's going to be standing there wide open. Rebounded out of there by Wade. They get it to Beechler, and Beechler's going to put up the shot. No basket, giving it to Lundby. Here's Wade, gets it to Edwards, and Edwards to Runnigan. Here's Lundby. Lundby's going to put up the three. Rebounded out of there. Oh, nice play by Salivar. He went off somebody's.
He threw it off one of the Thunder players, threw it off Beechler, I believe.
So 53-36 is our score, and we've got Swenson back in the game and Stewart back in the game. 53-36, 6:08 remaining. The Bulldogs with a big lead here. Get it to Anderson, over to Wilson. Here's Holmes, Wilson, and get it to Salivar. Anderson, here's Wilson. Wilson over to Salivar. Salivar's going to put up the three, and that's way off. Rebounded out there by Wilson. Here's Salivar going to put up the three again. And that's going to be Holmes gets the rebound, gives it up to Berwick. Wow. I mean, it's just crazy. Berwick is just everywhere. He's hustling all over, and they're getting him the ball.
Yeah, and the ball happens to fall in his hands, even on a broken play.
So we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Time sure flies when you're having fun. Our lives are made up of working through the day-to-day, supporting the ones we love, and enjoying those special moments that make it all worthwhile. As Montanans, we are resilient, resourceful, and all about preserving our way of life that we are proud to say defines us. At Stockman Bank, our sole focus is serving the people of Montana. We are Montana's brand of banking. We are Stockman Bank.
As we come out of the break, the Thunder needed to talk that one over. 55-36. Berwick has 27 points at this time. He has just been hot. His teammates have been finding him, and he's been on the offensive glass. We've got Runnigan with the ball, gets it up to Wade. Wade over to Edwards. Edwards to Runnigan. Runnigan going to put the ball on the floor, and he's going to end up getting an offensive charge there. It looked like he had his elbow out a little bit, and Holmes took it. Yeah. So Runnigan will get called for the personal.
Got 5:15 to go, 16 to go.
55-36, almost a 19-point lead for the Bulldogs. The Thunder had a 6-point lead in the first period, and then the second period kind of went awry. They get it to Holmes. Holmes is looking, gets it to Anderson, and then it's wide open. Whoa, and then it is going to be getting the ball. He's a triple team, but they foul. So that foul is going to go against Owen Edwards. You know, I think the Thunder just need to be watching when they're trying to throw it in and then go for the steal.
Steal, or then go stand with your hands straight up and make him shoot over the top of you.
So 56-36. Berwick back at the line. He's going to put it up and in. $29 points. It's like Keegan Runnigan got the ball, gets it to Lundby. Lundby going off the wheel, and Lundby throws it out of bounds. Swenson was zigging when he thought he was going to zag.
Yeah.
Little miscommunication there. 57-36 with 4:47 remaining in this period in the game. Wilson's going to walk it up, gets it to Anderson. Anderson to Salivar, and they get it up to Berwick. And Berwick has a hold of the ball, and there's 3 Thunder on him, but I believe he got called for the foul, and that's going to be on Stewart. 57-36. Here's Holmes. They get it to Berwick, and we got a jump ball. It was a nice defensive play there by Stewart. Got his hands on the ball there when Berwick got it there too. Parker Berwick, a sophomore, has just had a really good game here tonight. His teammates have found him. They get it to Swenson. Swenson's going to penetrate by, get it to Wade. Wade's going to put it up and in. Dylan Wade with the 3. Nice assist there by Swenson.
Bainville, they're taking their time, trying to get a little time off the clock.
And Wade is leading the Thunder with 19 points, and it's going to be Anderson to Wilson. Here's Salivar up to Holmes. And they're kind of going 4 out, 1 in. And they're watching Berwick, and he's just running all over, and it's going to be Holmes with the rebound. He jumps up in midair, gets it again, and tips it in. Caden Holmes will not be denied on that, 59-39. Caden Holmes gets off the ground. And it's going to be Stewart over to Lundby. Lundby going to penetrate, gets it to Wade, stolen out of there by Wilson. And that's going to be put up by, okay, so what's that, offensive?
I think they had a count the basket from
Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Offensive goaltending?
Goaltending, yep.
Yep, okay, 61-39. And so with 3:30 remaining, it's 61-39, Bulldogs over the Thunder. Here's Runnigan. Runnigan to Wade. Wade to Stewart. Stewart to Lundby. Lundby, and they're just kind of waiting for him to go for that. And then Holmes tried to dunk it and misses it. And it's going to be Berwick putting it up. And Berwick got the rebound. And I can't think of, let's see. Who did they give that foul to, Kim? 15? Who's that? Oh, Anderson. And Holmes kind of went up to dunk that and missed it, so Coach Romo wants to talk it over a little bit. Yeah, been there, done that, huh?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it, but been there as a coach and had to call and get him out and say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's going to be Swenson putting up the 3, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Most of them don't have the ability to get up and actually do it, so but they figure the adrenaline might carry him through and might actually get one. But.
And then we're going to have Tavin Jacobson. He's a senior for the Thunder. He's coming in the game. Wilson's going to back it up a little bit. They've sure taken their time. They get it into Berwick. Berwick back to Anderson. Here's Wilson. And it's going to be Salivar. Thunder are starting to anticipate too. And Lundby tries to go at that one. He's going to end up with a foul, but good.
He got one on that one, yep.
Yep. So it'll be Wilson triggering it in bounds here at the half court. And they've got Tavin Jacobson in to guard Berwick. See if he can do something with him. And it's going to be Lundby had the ball, but it loses it going out of bounds. Tavin Jacobson is a 6'2" senior.
He hasn't had a lot of playing time this year because he has been a little ineligible.
So it is quickly getting it across here. Good hustle by Lundby. And Wilson's going to try to trigger it in here by his own bench. And Wilson, a senior, he seems like he's been playing for like 8 years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think he started playing as an 8th grader.
I think so. He had some 8th grade.
Anderson's going to back up.
So.
And he bounce passes over to Wilson. And Holmes is going to look. They get it to Anderson. Anderson over to Wilson. And then it's going to be Berwick to Anderson, wide open. And Anderson's going to drill that one on the beautiful pass there by Berwick. Berwick gets triple team, gets it off to his teammate, and he's wide open for a three. Now we've got Huntley Sorensen. He's a freshman in the game. And we're going to have Lundby going to the basket. He's going to be fouled there, I believe, by Anderson. That'll be Anderson's second. 64-39 here with 1:50 remaining. They get it to Jacobson. And he's going to throw that one away. So with 1:47 remaining, it's going to be Anderson triggering it in over there. And it's going to be Wilson walking it up. And he goes to Anderson. Anderson takes a look. And Berwick is like, hey, there's only one guy on me. What are you doing? Give me the ball.
Yeah.
Give him the ball. And he's going to go up, blocked there by Wade, and it's going to be rebounded by Lundby, off to Wade, and Wade's going to go all the way to the hole, and going to miss that, rebounded out there by Wilson, and here comes Wilson. They're in like 4 out, 1 in, and it's going to be Wilson dribbling it up, gets it off to Berwick. That's one of the few miscues he's had, Kim.
Yeah, he was thinking about it when he shot, and he didn't know if he was going to shoot straight in or bank. And
so Lundby will be off to Swenson. Here's Sorensen, and it'll be Wade putting it up. Going to go off out of bounds.
53 seconds left.
So we've got some substitutions coming in. Number 32, Ken Beery. Beery is a 5'8" sophomore. And then we've got Marcus.
Number 4.
Marcus Kleberg. Number 2, he's a freshman, 5'7". And then number 4 for Bainville is Bridger Chandler, 5'8" junior. So we got Wilson, Johnson, Chandler, and Beery. And looks like they're looking. Get it off to Johnston. Get it to Wilson. And we're going to have a timeout by the Bulldogs. So it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
More subs going.
Tired of the same old routine? Looking for a place to spice things up? Well, oh boy, do we have a place for you. Come on down to Arthur's Saloon, the perfect place to raise your spirits. Arthur's makes their own homemade pizza and has the only pool table in town. Looking to watch local high school sports? Arthur's streams all the local events, and you can watch them on their big screen TVs. So get out and socialize. Makes memories. Arthur's Saloon, 17 Main Street in Scobie.
With 34 seconds remaining, it is going to be Johnston, and we've got Teague, Chandler, Beery, and who is number 20? Hayden Willis. And they're going to put it up. No good. Rebounded out there by Lundy. And he's going to push it up. We got Kleberg, Jacobson, Swenson, Sorensen. And they get it off to Kleberg. He gets it to Lundby. And Lundby is going to get it to Swenson. Gets it to Kleberg. Kleberg puts it up, and that's going to be no good. So at the end of the game, it's going to be the Bainville Bulldogs 64 and the MonDak Thunder 39. And maybe a short mention that we have some former players reffing here. We have Jason Baker from Luster, Abby Dubner from Medicine Lake, and Randy Rice from Plentywood. We always appreciate our referees. And so we will be back in about 15 minutes to talk a little bit about the girls' game.
At Northern Prairie Auto, a better value begins with better values from us. Just stop in. You'll see that we are built on local Montana trust that you won't see with those big city guys. Our no-pressure sales staff will put you in the right vehicle, and if we don't have it, by golly, we'll find it. Our service staff strives in getting you back out on the road quickly and within your budget. Northern Prairie Auto, located at 100 Highway 2 East in Wolf Point.
At Daniel Sheridan Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you improve your financial life and achieve your goals. As a not-for-profit financial institution owned by community members like you, we're able to offer better loan and savings rates, lower fees, and exceptional personalized service. Give us a call or stop by our Scobie or Medicine Lake branch to discuss how we can help you save with low-rate vehicle loans, free checking with rewards, or customized business and ag lending. Find us online at dsfcu.net.
I'll walk you out. The following is a presentation of Nemont.TV.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come.
Sheridan Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
When you're looking for a bank to give you that extra helping hand, think Independence Bank. Not only can we offer you all your banking needs, but we are locally owned, and achieving success through the consistent commitment to our communities and our customers is our top priority. Come visit us today at www.ibyourbank.com or stop into one of our branches. Independence Bank. Banking on the High Line. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
It's time for Agronomy Facts from Pro Co-op of Peerless, Birchland, Opine, Four Buttes, Flaxville, Scobie, Plentywood, and Antelope. Having a local full-service ag center in your community is a value to both farm and towns alike. Pro Co-op serves Northeast Montana farms and ranches with multiple fertilizer plants and locations, as well as spreader trucks and support trucks. Agronomists for soil testing, field and weed analysis, chemical sales, and ground application and aerial application services. Local, full-service, Pro Co-op.
At Northern Prairie Auto, a better value begins with better values from us. Just stop in. You'll see that we are built on local Montana trust that you won't see with those big city guys. Our no-pressure sales staff will put you in the right vehicle, and if we don't have it, by golly, we'll find it. Our service staff strives in getting you back out on the road quickly and within your budget. Northern Prairie Auto, located at 100 Highway 2 East in Wolf Point.
An independent insurance agency with you in mind. That's the goal of Silver Star Insurance. What makes Silver Star so different? While the big guys stick to their one company, Silver Star has the ability to search plans from a plethora of different companies to get you the most comprehensive and competitive quote. Locally owned and operated. The way we like it up here in Northeast Montana. Silver Star Insurance.
Ding dong.
Mountain Dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Holly Wright to sophomore guard. Abby Lowe's, our big senior. She's our center. Addie Lundy. Junior, and Riley Gebhardt is the senior. They're coached by Dylan McLean, assisted by Haley McLean and Mackenzie Hallgren. The Bainville Bulldogs are head coached by Lance Burnt and assisted by Abby Pickard.
So as we come here, we are at the Westby High School Gymnasium here, where we have Sue Meyer and Kim Meyer And we are doing this broadcast with Nemont.TV and KATQ Radio, and we appreciate our sponsors, Nemont, Pepsi, and Stockman Bank. Ready for the jump, and that's going to be Lundby getting the jump there from Abby Lowe's. Gebhardt gets it across to Lundby. They're looking inside. They get it to Abby Lowe's, and that puts it up and no good. Rebounded out there by Berwick. Haley Berwick's been playing for several years, starting for the Bulldogs. Very good athlete.
She was a six-year starter. 5-year starter, not 6, sorry.
Here's Budekofer, and she's going to get it off to Albus. That's going to go over the top, rebounded out there by Hansen, and she mishandles the ball, goes out of bounds. All of these Bulldog players have quite a bit of experience, and they're going to press full court man. Here comes Wright, going to bring it up to Carnes. Carnes loses the handle, going to be Albus bringing it up. And she's going to go down, get it to Hansen. Hansen off to Johnson. And it's going to be Berwick putting up the jumper. Rebounded there by Hansen. Puts it up, no good. Rebounds, goes off of Hansen's head there and gets it off to Abby Lowe's. Molly Wright bring it up the right-hand sideline. Here's the Gebhardt to Lundby. Lundby over to Lowe's, to Carnes. Here's going to be Gebhardt, puts up the 3, and that's going to be good. Riley Gebhardt with the 3 at the top of the key. Thunder with a 3-0 lead, 6:41, and they get it to Budekofer. Here's Albus over to Johnson, and they've got Hansen inside. They're going 4 out, 1 in. Get it to Berwick, and she's going to go off the high pick. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson takes a look, gets it to Budekofer inside. Here's Berwick. Over to Albus. Got 10 seconds on the clock, and Albus is going to put it down. It goes by Carnes and going to put it up and in for 2. So 3-2. Here's Lowe's. Gets it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt going to be double teamed there. And it'll be Lowe's, gets it across the timeline over to Gebhardt. Gets it up to Carnes. Here's Wright. Gebhardt. Lundby. Here's Lowe's coming to the top of the key. Carnes over to Gebhardt. Into Lowe's. Tapped out of there, I believe, by Hansen, wasn't it?
It looks like it.
And it's going to be quickly. Berwick brings it up to Hansen. Berwick on the right-hand sideline. She's being checked there by Wright, and she goes to the hole and puts it up and in. Haley Berwick, the senior, with the 2-point shot, 4-3. Bainville with the lead. Here's Lowe's. Abby Lowe's gets it to Wright. Molly Wright to Riley Gebhardt. Over to Addie Lundby. And they get it to Lowe's. Abby Lowe's is going to put up the 3. Going to be short. And here comes Budekofer, and she comes flying out of there. Puts the jump stop down, puts it up. And looked like Abby Lowe's had a little bit to do with that. Addie Lundby comes flying up the left-hand sideline, gets it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt's going to throw it up to Lowe's, over to Lundby. She puts it up. Rebound out of there by Hansen. Hansen to Berwick. And Berwick's going to bring it up. Here's Albus. Albus has got them wild lime green shoes on. And she's wide open under the basket. Up and no good. Rebounded there by Budekofer. We're going to have a foul on one of the Thunder players. What was that there?
34, look like.
So that's Gebhardt with her first. And it's going to be Berwick, and she's going to put it up to Hansen. Hansen's wide open. Addie Hansen puts it up and in. So we've got 3 Bainville players have each scored. Here's Abby Lowe's, gets it to Molly Wright, stolen out of there, stolen back, stolen out of there, stolen back. And it's Lowe's. Abby Lowe's going to go all the way, and she gets it off to Carnes. Carnes puts it up too hard. Abby Lowe's made a nice steal there and brought it down. Yeah. Here's Albus.
Made a nice pass.
And then Albus should have went to the basket. She had a layup, but she tried to pull it out.
I think she's seen Abby Lowe's coming.
4:09 remaining. It's 6-3. Bulldogs with a 3-point lead.
Thought better might be pull it out.
Here comes Wright. He's going to go off the screen. Gets it to Carnes. Carnes up to Lowe's. And Lowe's is going to put it up. Kind of Might have got away with a little bit of a push there on Lowe's. 6-3 Thunder, or the Bainville Bulldogs with a 6-3 lead over the Thunder. And that'll be Hansen with the three-pointer, rebounded out there by Molly Wright. And she's going to bring it up, gets it over to Gebhardt. Here's Lundby. Lundby gets it to Wright, and Wright's going to put up the nice bounce, or backboard shot, would not stay down. So 6-3 with 3:30 remaining. And here is Johnson. They got Berwick posting up, and Berwick's going to put it up. Rebounded out of there by two of the Thunder players. And it's going to be Gebhardt, gets it up quick to Carnes. Here's Wright to Lowe's. And Lowe's is going to put it up and in. Nice drop step by Abby Lowe's. 6-5. Bulldogs with a 1-point lead over the Thunder. 3:02 remaining. Here's Berwick off to Albus. He gets it to Butekofer. Over to Johnson, and Johnson's going to bring it to Albus. And Albus is going to get clubbed there, I think, there by Gebhardt. That's going to be number 2 on her, I believe. So that'll bring Misha Sargent in the game. Sargent is she is a 5'5" sophomore, Kim? 5'4" sophomore, yep. 6'5", and we've got Albus shooting 2. First one's no good. So 7-5. First one was good, second one no good. It's 2:47. Here comes Wright coming up the right-hand sideline, gets it to Lundby. Lundby over to Sargent. Here's Sargent to Carnes. Carnes to Wright. Wright penetrates down. It's going to be Lundby putting up the 3. Rebounded there by Sargent, and Sargent takes about 7 steps.
I don't know. We got quite a ways.
7-5. Bulldogs with the 2-point lead with 2:31 remaining here. This is Sue Meyer and Kim Meyer. We're at the Westby High School Gymnasium. And we've got Berwick, and she brings it down. Here comes Albus. Albus goes down. It's going to be Chandy Johnson putting up the 2, the really long 2. Chandy Johnson, nice shot. Now we've got 4 different players that have scored, and they're going to steal the ball. Berwick steals the ball, and then Butekofer is going to end up taking 3 or 4 steps there.
Yeah.
9-5.
It should have took a dribble and kept right on and going right around the corner. But
the Thunder get it into Wright. And Wright goes to Carnes, up to Lowe's, and Lowe's takes a look, bumps into one of the Bulldog players and puts it up and in. So 7-9. Nice pass there by Carnes. And here comes Albus. And it's going to be Butekofer up top. Look, and here comes the screen by Addie Hansen. She's going to roll to the buckets. Got Sargent on her. And then it'll be Albus. Nice play by Jody Albus. And they're going to get it in to Lowe's. Abby Lowe's to Wright. And it's going to be stolen out of there by Haley Berwick. Butekofer's going to square up, put up the shot. No good. Rebounded there by Lowe's. Abby Lowe's. Here comes Wright. Wright gets it to Carnes. Carnes over to Wright. You got to get off the right-hand side there. 11-7, 1:11 remaining in the first period. And it's going to be Abby Lowe's triggering it in. And we're going to have a substitution for the Bulldogs. Jalen Bierge. And Jaylyn is a 5'8" sophomore. She's coming in for Albus. 11-7. Berwick gets it to Hansen, up to Bierge. Back to Berwick. Berwick standing there wide open for the 3. Rebounded by Addie Hansen. And here's Butekofer back to Berwick. And she's going to jump up over 2 players and score that one. Berwick known for her leaping ability and speed. Here comes Wright. And going to be stolen out of there by Berwick. And she puts it up. Here comes Addie Lundby. She's going hard, slow, gets it to Carnes. Carnes up to Sargent. Sargent over to Wright, Wright to Carnes. Carnes to Lundby. Back to Carnes. Here's Sargent over to Wright. And we've got Lundby on the sideline.
Got 8 on the shot clock.
And they throw it to Carnes, and it's going to be Lundby taking it down, and she's going to get fouled. So Lundby will shoot 2. And that was on number 4, so that's on Jaylyn. Her first, 5.5 seconds remaining, and Lundby gets a chance to shoot 2 here. First one's up and good. Lundby's had a few injury troubles in her high school career, so be nice to see her healthy once.
Yeah.
Second one up and short. She hustles it down, but I think it's going to end up in the hands of the Bulldogs. 3.7 remaining, 13-8 is our score. And it's going to be Berwick putting up the long 3, and that'll be no good. So at the end of the first period, it is the Bainville Bulldogs 13, MonDak Thunder 8. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
I'm hungry. Me too. What do we eat? Look!
Are you hungry and in a hurry? Need a flavor explosion fast? Then get ready for the food rush. We're serving up gourmet goodness on the go. From mouth-watering melts to succulent sushi, the food rush has something for everyone. Check out Facebook for their daily menu and when they're coming to your hometown. The Food Rush. Quality eats at lightning speed.
At Daniels Sheridan Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you improve your financial life and achieve your goals. As a not-for-profit financial institution owned by community members like you, we're able to offer better loan and savings rates, lower fees, and exceptional personalized service. Give us a call or stop by our Scobie or Medicine Lake branch to discuss how we can help you save with low-rate vehicle loans, free checking with rewards, or customized business and ag lending. Find us online at dsfcu.net.
As we come back to the Westby High School Gymnasium, this is Sue Meyer along with Kim Meyer. And after that first period, it is 13-8, Bulldogs with a 5-point lead. Bulldogs get the jump, and we've got Bierke and Berwick and Butekofer, and there's Bierke, and she's going to put up the left-handed shot on the flex cut. Be wide open. Here's Molly Wright, gets it to Gebhardt. Back to Wright. Back to Gebhardt, and it's going to go off her hands. Butekofer with a bounce pass to Berwick, puts it up, and no good. No good with the left hand. Then she's going to get fouled, I believe. So that foul is going to go against Molly Wright, her first personal. Send Berwick to the line to shoot 2. 7:29 remaining. First one, ooh. I don't think she was ready for that one. No. Addie Hansen's kind of giving her the giggle there, like, woof, are you ready or what?
Business.
And she moves over even.
She don't do that very often.
No.
So.
Second one is up, and that's going to be Wright. And Wright's going to get the rebound off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt's going to come down the left-hand side, gets it off to Lundby, and they're going to throw it up to Lowe's. And Lowe's is going to put it up again and in. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. She's going to get fouled. So 32 is Chandy Johnson. That'll be her first. It'll send Abby Lowe's to the line to complete the three-point shot, three-point play. And that's up and short. Rebounded out of there by Bierke. Gets it off to Berwick. 15-10 is our score. 7:07 remaining. They get it over to Johnson. Chandy Johnson up top to Butekofer, over to Berwick. Here comes the flex cut. There's Johnson. Gets it to Hansen. And here comes Berwick, and Berwick out to Butekofer. Butekofer going to shoot the jumper. And that's going to be rebounded out of there by Abby Lowe's. Gets it to Wright. Molly Wright comes up the right-hand sideline. Here comes Addie Lundby. And she's going to go to Abby Lowe's. Here's Gebhardt over to Sargent. And they're going to get it inside to Abby Lowe's. And she's going to put it up and in. Nice pass by, who was that, Kim? Misha?
Yeah, either her or
Addie.
15
to 12, 6:19 remaining. Here's Butekofer, top of the key, and they missed Bierke. Here is Johnson. She's being guarded there by Abby Lowe's, and she makes a pass. Wright gets her hands on it, and they're going to get it into Bierke. No, that's Johnson, and Johnson doesn't jump on the second one. I don't know what happened there.
No.
Shandy Johnson got her own rebound, but didn't jump on that. So here we go with Addie Lundby. Gebhardt to Abby Lowe is going to put that up on the nice feed by Riley Gebhardt. Gebhardt and Abby Lowe has been playing together a while. And it's going to be Johnson being checked there by Lowe's. And then they get it up top to Addie Hansen over to Johnson. It's going to be Berwick jumping up. Haley Berwick just tried to jump up over the top. And we're going to have Avni Carnes coming in the game, and Bainville Bulldogs want to talk it over. Coach Burnt wants to set something up, so we'll be back in 60 seconds.
When you're looking for a bank to give you that extra helping hand, think Independence Bank. Not only can we offer you all your banking needs, but we are locally owned, and achieving success through the consistent commitment to our communities and our customers is our top priority. Come visit us today at www.ibyourbank.com or stop into one of our branches. Independence Bank. Banking on the High Line. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
It's time for Agronomy Facts from Pro Co-op of Peerless, Birchland, Opine, Forbutes, Flaxville, Scobie, Plentywood, and Antelope. Having a local full-service ag center in your community is a value to both farm and towns alike. Pro Co-op serves Northeast Montana farms and ranches with multiple fertilizer plants and locations, as well as spreader trucks and support trucks. Agronomists for soil testing, field and weed analysis, chemical sales, and ground application and aerial application services. Local, full-service, Pro Co-op.
As we come back live here, we've got a decent crowd for 20 below zero out. And then it's going to be, Butekofer. She makes a nice cut to the basket. And Lila Butekofer puts it up and in. So all 6 players for the Bulldogs have scored. Here's Carnes, right. Gebhardt over to Sargent. Back to Lowe's, and Lowe's is going to put up the 3. No good. Rebounded there by Jaylyn Bierge. And she's going to bring it up the left-hand side. Here's Berwick up top. And the Thunder are in the man-to-man. And it's going to be Bierge. She's going to put up the jumper. Rebounded out of there by Gebhardt. Gets it to the right. And they're going to get it to Carnes. And Carnes had a layup, but she pulls it back out. Here's Lowe's. And Carnes got underneath there and went for the rebound. Couldn't hang on to it. Nope. And then it's going to be Butekofer over to Bierge. Here's Johnson going with the screen. Nothing there. Bierge. Screen here by Hansen, and she's going to put up the jump shot. Rebounded there by Butekofer. The Bulldogs go to the basket really well for rebounds.
Yeah.
They just really do. So what's that? Who's that on 32? Do we have a 32? Oh, 20. That's on Abby Lowe's.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be Butekofer shooting 2. First one is up and no good. Got Lundby coming back in the game for Sargent. 17 to 14, 4:16 remaining in the first period. It's going to be Butekofer with the second. No good. Rebounded by Gebhardt. He's going to bring it up the middle. The right side, left side, right side over to Carnes. Here's Gebhardt to Lundby. And then they're reading that they're trying to turn it there. And Bjerge, she tries to get it over there to the left side, but throws it off one of the Thunder players out of bounds. 3:59 remaining. It's going to be Berwick to Johnson, and then it's going to be Hansen putting up the three. A little bit short on that one. Now we've got Albus coming in the game.
The shot clock wasn't that short, so I don't think it wasn't the best shot he wanted, I don't think.
Well, yeah, should have been. So we've got Butekofer going down. There's Lowe. She's got her up. Going to put up the long three from Berwick. Rebounded out of there by Addie Lundby. And she's going to get it to Gebhardt. And I guess we're going to have a timeout. And are we having a full timeout or 30-second timeout? We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Getting tired of watching the game all by yourself? Do you wish you could talk sports to someone besides your dog? Then come on down to Banjo's Club 109 in Scobie. Bend your ear talking about the glory days of high school sports while watching the big game. Order some delicious pizza or try their famous Banjo Burger. So when you think of fun, food, and drinks, think Banjo's Club 109 in Scobie. Banjo's, your home away from home.
As we come back out of the timeout, I think it was Coach McLean thought we were going to get a 10-second call because we were kind of not knowing what we were doing down there, so he made a call to timeout. 3:25 remaining, 17-14. Bainville Bulldogs with the lead. They're going to be Gebhardt with the shot, and she banks it in on the left-hand side. Riley Gebhardt. So it is tied, 17-17. Nice pass by Molly Wright. And here is Berwick, gets it off to Bjerge. Bjerge, the left-hander, she's going to go stolen out of there by Gebhardt. She gets it to Wright. And Wright back to Gebhardt. She's going to throw it up to Abby Lowe's, and Abby Lowe's is going to be tied up. And they don't call anything, and she takes it away, puts it up and in. So 19-17, here's Berwick, going to go all the way to the hole. And she's going to lose the ball there. Good defensive play there by a couple of the Thunder players to cut her off, because she was going to score on that one. Just no way, no how. She was going to go down and score. So Butekofer's going to trigger it in. 2:42 remaining, 19-17. They get it to Berwick. Berwick going to go with the left, back to the right. Gets it to Chandy Johnson. Here's Butekofer. And they've got Albus, and here's got Berwick. Berwick's going to try, and it's like a beautiful pass there to Butekofer, wide open on the flex cut. And as Wright gets it off to Carnes, back to Wright. Here's going to be Gebhardt, going to put up another banker. If anybody thought the first one was a mistake, she hit two in a row from the same spot on the bank. And here's Berwick, gets it off to Bjerge. And then she's looking for Johnson. She puts the screen up. Here's Butekofer. Butekofer going to be cut off by Lowe's, and this will be Berwick. Puts up the three. And Berwick with the beautiful jump shot. Haley Berwick from three, 22-22. Carnes off to Lundby, and Lundby's going to put up the jumper. Nobody there to rebound it. Here comes Berwick, and she's streaking down the floor, and she's going to go up. No basket. Abby Lowe's, and looks like Lila Butekofer get in a jump ball over it. It'll be MonDak Thunder ball. 1:29 remaining in the second period, where it's all tied up, 22-22. We get it into Wright. She's going to bring it up in the middle here. Gets it to Gebhardt. Back to Wright. Here's Carnes. Oops. Throws it to Gebhardt. Or it was to Wright, I guess, and went over the top. And we've got Lund looking. Lowe's, excuse me, and off to Carnes. Carnes back to Wright. She gets it to Lowe's. And there's going to be Gebhardt again. And I think they're going to call Abby Lowe's for over the back.
Looks like it.
Well, that'll be her second. 59.6. 22-22. We got 59.6 seconds remaining in the second period. And we've got Butekofer and Berwick. Berwick going to bring it up. Gets it to Albus. They're in a 1-4 set. Albus takes a look. Gets it to Butekofer. Now there's a screen being set. There's another screen. Berwick takes a look. Here's Johnson. Gets it to Butekofer, and she's going to put the jump shot up. And that's going to be blocked there by Lowe's. They're going to call a foul there on Abby Lowe's, and she'll pick up 2 of them here in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, there was less than a minute.
So it's going to be Butekofer. She's going to put up the first one, and that's going to be good. So we're going to have Sargent come in for Lowe's. 23-22. Bulldogs with the 1-point lead. Butekofer at the line. And that's going to be up and no good. Rebounded there by Carnes. I think we're going to have Albus is going to get called for the foul there. Jody Albus, that'll be her first. 35.3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Molly Wright bringing it up. And there is Gebhardt. Here's Wright. Off to Sargent. Back to Wright. Here's Gebhardt. Gebhardt's going to try to go to the basket and going to be checked out of bounds by Butekofer. So it looks like it's going to be Gebhardt triggering it in bounds for the Thunder. And here she is, wide open, and wow. Addie Lundby wide open there, but she was clubbed on that one. Elvis is going to pick up her second in about, 10 seconds as well.
Yeah, it was underneath the minute. We had 4 fouls underneath the minute there, so two for them and 2 for...
First one is up and good by Addie Lundby. 23-23.
Have 17.9 seconds to go.
The second one is up, and that is good as well. So it is 24-23, and it's going to be Bierge. Here's Butekofer. They miss Elvis under the basket. Here we got Butekofer, got 8 seconds remaining. Get it to Elvis, and she's going to get it to Bierge, and she'll put it up. And it's going to be Johnson. She's going to be checked there. So at the end of the half, we're going to have the MonDak Thunder 24 and the Bainville Bulldogs 23. And we'll be back in about 7 minutes to go over a few stats and to see what we got going for the second half.
With hundreds of years of combined experience doing the very jobs you're working on, we're sure to have the right advice, the right inventory, and the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Don't take chances hoping the guy behind the counter gets it right. Shop your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store for the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Nationally known, locally owned. Napa Auto Parts.
Getting tired of watching the game all by yourself? Do you wish you could talk sports to someone besides your dog? Then come on down to Banjo's Club 109 in Scobie. Bend your ear talking about the glory days of high school sports while watching the big game. Order some delicious pizza or try their famous Banjo Burger. So when you think of fun, food, and drinks, think Banjo's Club 109 in Scobie. Banjo's, your home away from home.
Out here on the prairie, we have 2 types of animals, our livestock and our family. At High Prairie Veterinary Clinic, we treat every animal with care and compassion they deserve. From routine checkups to emergency care, our experienced team is here for you, keeping your stock healthy and your beloved companions happy. We're your trusted neighbors, after all. Their health is our heartland. High Prairie Veterinary Clinic, 420 Cascade Street in Wolf Point.
Hey, grab me one too.
Nemont.TV would like to thank the following businesses who made today's broadcast possible.
Book your next meeting or party with Farmer Farms Event Center. Kitchenette, refrigerator, and freezer space. To reserve, call 783-7113 or through their Facebook page.
Prairie Hills Seed Company, 401 East Northern Avenue in Plentywood. Call or text Brent today at 765-7658 for all your seed cleaning needs.
Your mom got a new tractor? Can't you see in the dark? Can do. Deer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. I'm out of here.
Pleasant Prairie Brewing, where the vibes are strong and the strangers are high-fiveable. Hit up Facebook to see what's new. Beers Brewed. Skills Tax Prep, Plentywood and Culbertson. Bookkeeping and payroll. We got skills for your paperwork.
Today's play-by-play announcing brought to you by KATQ in Plentywood. Radio International KATQ 1070 AM and 100.1 FM on your radio dial. Check them out on the web at katqradio.com.
We're here for agriculture, Nutrient Ag, helping local growers turn their hard work into success, leading the field with ag chemical sales, fertilizer, soil sampling, custom application, and crop consulting. The friendly staff at Nutrient Ag will be there to get you started. A proud sponsor of all things local. We're here for the little guy with big guy dreams. Nutrient Ag, serving the best farmers of northeastern Montana.
Tired of the same old routine? Looking for a place to spice things up? Well, oh boy, do we have a place for you. Come on down to Artur Saloon, the perfect place to raise your spirits. Artur's makes their own homemade pizza and has the only pool table in town. Looking to watch local high school sports? Artur's streams all the local events, and you can watch them on their big screen TVs. So get out and socialize. Makes memories. Artur Saloon, 17 Main Street in Scobie.
Me too. What do we eat? Look!
Are you hungry and in a hurry? Need a flavor explosion fast? Then get ready for the food rush. We're serving up gourmet goodness on the go. From mouth-watering melts to succulent sushi, the food rush has something for everyone. Check out Facebook for their daily menu and when they're coming to your hometown. The Food Rush. Quality eats at lightning speed.
It's time for Agronomy Facts from Pro Co-op of Peerless, Birchland, Opine, Four Buttes, Flaxville, Scobie, Plentywood, and Antelope. Having a local full-service ag center in your community is a value to both farm and towns alike. Pro Co-op serves Northeast Montana farms and ranches with multiple fertilizer plants and locations, as well as spreader trucks and support trucks. Agronomists for soil testing, field and weed analysis, chemical sales, and ground application and aerial application services. Local, full-service, Pro Co-op.
When you're looking for a bank to give you that extra helping hand, think Independence Bank. Not only can we offer you all your banking needs, but we are locally owned, and achieving success through the consistent commitment to our communities and our customers is our top priority. Come visit us today at www.ibyourbank.com or stop into one of our branches. Independence Bank. Banking on the High Line. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
There are those who stand out. When Mother Nature sends her best, we never give up and we never rest. We are dedicated to our communities in which we serve. a mission we stand by. Reliable, affordable electricity owned by you. We are your cooperative, and that's what we do. Sheridan Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Half, and as the teams come out here, it looks like we've got we can go back to our studios for about a minute, and then we'll have a start of the second half.
Time sure flies when you're having fun. Our lives are made up of working through the day-to-day, supporting the ones we love, and enjoying those special moments that make it all worthwhile. As Montanans, we are resilient, resourceful, and all about preserving our way of life that we are proud to say defines us. At Stockman Bank, our sole focus is serving the people of Montana. We are Montana's brand of banking. We are Stockman Bank.
Tired of the same old routine? Looking for a place to spice things up? Well, oh boy, do we have a place for you. Come on down to Arthur's Saloon, the perfect place to raise your spirits. Arthur's makes their own homemade pizza and has the only pool table in town. Looking to watch local high school sports? Arthur's streams all the local events, and you can watch them on their big screen TVs. So get out and socialize. Makes memories. Arthur's Saloon, 17 Main Street in Scobie.
With the Nemont.TV, and we were just talking with Tanya Wilson, the AD at Bainville, and we were just wondering why all of a sudden you don't have to have your shirts tucked in, and she said, oh, that's a new rule. And then we were talking about here not very long ago when her and I were both coaching, or we were all coaching, your socks had to be the same height.
Yeah.
If you had tall socks, everybody on your team had tall socks. I tell you, I don't know about. Sometimes I think people just need a job, and then so that's 1 year they don't have to tuck them in, and the next year, I don't know. It makes me tired. As we come back here, it is the MonDak Thunder with a slim 1-point lead over the Bainville Lady Bulldogs, and like we said, the Bulldogs being led in scoring by Haley Berwick. And as we get started here, it looks like the Bulldogs will have the ball first. And we were talking about a lot of young people. We had Courtney Simonson, and I believe she is from Whitewater and married to a guy from Scobie, and she's a new referee. And we'd sure like to encourage anyone who has any interest and doesn't want to coach, you can certainly referee, because we certainly need referees to replace some of those that are getting up there. Because tonight we have Jason Baker, Randy Rice, and Abby Dubner, and they do a nice job together. So it's doing
it a long time.
Well, Abby Dubner, this must be about, is this year number 4 or 5 with her?
I would imagine it is close to it, yeah.
But she does a nice job.
No. They all do. Yeah, they've had
Well, it's not an easy job, and as we all know, if you've ever refed, being under the basket is a way different look than in the stands. As they get it in, it is going to be Albus. Gets it to Hansen. She throws it off to Berwick, and Berwick's going to go. Thunder are in a man-to-man, and it's going to be Albus. She's dribbling down, and she's going to throw that one out of bounds. Albus was looking for somebody cutting on the baseline, and nobody was there. With 7:37 remaining, it is going to be Gebhardt bringing the ball in to right. And Molly Wright, the sophomore for the Thunder, brings it up, gets it off to Gebhardt, off to Wright. And now it looks like the Bulldogs are in a 2-3 zone. And we'll see how that goes. Right over to Carnes. Carnes to Lundby. Lundby back to Carnes. Over to Wright. Right into Lowe's. And then it's going to be Gebhardt. Going to penetrate in. Gets it to Lowe's. And she's double teamed. Puts it up. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up and in. Abby Lowe's is going to crinkle the nets there for another bucket. So it is 26-23, and it's going to be Albus down to Johnson. Chandy Johnson over to Berwick. Berwick takes a look, throws it across to Addie Hansen. Here's Berwick. Berwick to Beautycofer. And it's going to be Beautycofer to Johnson up to Hansen. Beautycofer looking, got 8 on the shot clock. Here's Chandy Johnson, gets it to Albus. Albus is going to take a look.
2.
And then I think someone's going to get called for reaching in there.
Oof.
What's that? Is that Riley Gebhardt?
Look like it.
That'll be number 3 on Gebhardt.
And did that with like 1 second on the shot clock, and then
they get it to Hansen, and she puts it up. Rebounded out of there by Carnes. Gets it up to Wright. And Wright is looking. Gets it across to Gebhardt. Here's Wright, off to Carnes. Back to Wright. And it's going to, went right into Abby Lowe's. Nice pass by Molly Wright. Abby Lowe's drop steps and takes a dribble to the basket and scores it. 28-23. Here's Albus. And they get it over to Beautycofer, and she penetrates in. Off to Berwick, and Berwick's going to go right down the center and go up with the left hand. Nice shot there, but rebounded out of there by Gebhardt. 28-23, gets it to Gebhardt. Over to Wright. Here's Carnes. They get it to Addie Lundby. Back to Carnes. And Wright's going to put up the 3. Rebounded there by Addie Lundby. Puts up the rebound. And she is promptly fouled there by Addie Hansen. That'll be Addie's first foul. It's going to send Lundby to the line, and Lundby is 3 for 4 from the line for 3 points, 28-23. That first one is up and no good.
She's been pretty deadly on this.
Now she was 3 for 4, now she's 3 for 5.
Yeah.
That one is up and off as well. And it's going to be Hansen. Stolen out of there by Addie Lundby. She hangs around. They got Abby Lowe's here. There's Gebhardt. Gebhardt gets it off. It's going to be Addie Lundby putting up the 3. Rebounded there by Molly Wright. And it's going to be Riley Gebhardt going to the hole. Gets her own rebound. Think kind of,
well,
with the help of Abby
Lowe was fighting for it, and then it kind of popped loose, and Riley happened to be at the right spot.
And so now it's be Molly Wright getting the rebound. Here's Abby Lowe, is going to be out wide, gets it to Gebhardt, puts up another 3. Riley Gebhardt with the 3. 31-23. We're going to have a timeout by the Bainville Bulldogs, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Out here on the prairie, we have 2 types of animals, our livestock and our family. At High Prairie Veterinary Clinic, we treat every animal with care and compassion they deserve. From routine checkups to emergency care, our experienced team is here for you, keeping your stock healthy and your beloved companions happy. We're your trusted neighbors, after all. Their health is our heartland. High Prairie Veterinary Clinic, 420 Cascade Street in Wolf Point.
As we come back here, the MonDak Thunder have outscored the Bulldogs 7-0 here in this third period. Coach Burnt wanted to talk it over and get them in an offense that he'd like to see them in. 31-23 with 4:41 remaining. And seemed like the Bulldogs weren't maybe boxing out there, Kim, either?
No, they got out-rebounded on the last one by probably about 4-1.
And it's going to be Alba. She gets it into Hansen. And it's going to be Gebhardt. She finally goes to her left. And she's going to end up getting fouled. Tried to go to her right, and there was a lot of people there. So who was that on 30? Let's see. 22. Addie Hansen, that's her.
32.
That's 2 for her. 32, that was on Johnson. And so it is going to be Lundby gets it to Gebhardt. And kind of an ill-advised pass there. They tried to get it in to Abby Lowe. She had 3 people on her. Here comes Albus.
Wasn't up high enough.
No. And now it's going to be Johnson. She gets it in and stolen out of there by Addie Lundy. Ends up with Abby Lowe's. And we're going to have a warning. I don't know. Some sort of warning here at the
bench warning.
Yeah.
Yelling at the referees.
So it's 3:54 remaining. The Thunder will get the ball on the sideline. So 31-23 is our score. 3:54 remaining, and they're going to get it to Abby Lowe's. Abby Lowe's gets it to Molly Wright. And Wright's going to go sailing up the right-hand sideline. Haley Berwick's going to tap that one out of bounds. So it'll be Gebhardt checking it in here. Gets it into Wright. And Wright off to Gebhardt, over to Lundby. Lundby to Wright, puts it up with the left hand. Molly Wright with a nice flex cut.
Nice pass from
Addie Lundby, yep. And it's going to be Berwick putting up the long 3, rebounded out of there by Abby Lowe's, tapped. Let's see. Looks like Addie Hansen has it. Taken away by Carnes, over to Abby Lowe's. Kind of wild play here. Here comes Gebhardt. Gebhardt up to Carnes. And Carnes is going to get it to Wright. Over to Gebhardt.
Trying to slow things down, get settled in.
Here's Lundby. Gets it to Lowe's. Off to Carnes. Here's Gebhardt. And they're going to get it in to Abby Lowe's. Back to Wright. And they get it back to Wright. Or excuse me, to Lowe's. And stolen out there by Haley Berwick. They're kind of reading that in, inside, outside, yeah. So that's going to be number 4 on Abby Lowe's, and they can ill afford to lose her. 33-23. Butekofer's going to bring it up.
Well, I think she's probably got about 90% of our scoring tonight.
And it's going to be Berwick. And I think Gebhardt's going to end up fouling her. I think. Nope, that's on Molly Wright, so it'll be her second. Misha Sargent's coming in the game, going to replace Abby Lowe's. 2:38 remaining. 33-23.
We got a little bit of a lead.
It's going to be Hansen, or excuse me, that's Chandy Johnson. So the Bainville Bulldogs, they're doing a great job getting different players to score here. Here comes Riley Gebhardt.
Got it swatted away by Berwick.
Well, she came from behind.
Yeah.
And she's going to put it up and in. Going to have a timeout by the Thunder. They want to talk it over. The score 33-27. We're going to be back in 60 seconds.
Time sure flies when you're having fun. Our lives are made up of working through the day-to-day, supporting the ones we love, and enjoying those special moments that make it all worthwhile. As Montanans, we are resilient, resourceful, and all about preserving our way of life that we are proud to say defines us. At Stockman Bank, our sole focus is serving the people of Montana. We are Montana's brand of banking. We are Stockman Bank.
Tired of the same old routine? Looking for a place to spice things up? Well, oh boy, do we have a place for you. Come on down to Artur Saloon, the perfect place to raise your spirits. Artur's makes their own homemade pizza and has the only pool table in town. Looking to watch local high school sports? Artur's streams all the local events, and you can watch them on their big screen TVs. So get out and socialize. Makes memories. Artur Saloon, 17 Main Street in Scobie.
The MonDak Thunder. The Thunder are 33, Bainville's 27, but Abby Lowe's went to the bench with 4 fouls. So we'll see how the Thunder handle this. They get it into Wright. And Wright's going to turn and look, try to get it to Addie Lundby. Gets it to Carnes. And Carnes back to Gebhardt. Over to Carnes. Here's Wright to Sargent. Gets it off to Lundby, and she goes baseline. And she is going to be hammered there by somebody, I think Albus.
Number 14, I believe.
Yeah, but Jody Albus gave up baseline, and Lundby's going to go to the line. So Addie Lundby's going to shoot the first one. That's going to be a little bit short.
It didn't look very secure in her hands.
No.
I thought it was going to...
And we were just
loosey-goosey on that, so.
We were just visiting here a little bit. Somebody was asking how come we do the radio broadcast, and I said, well, when your uncle is Jim Nielsen, you're pretty much stuck doing it, because he just one day said, well, I guess you're helping. 34-27, and here's Bierge going to put up the long one. That's going to be rebounded out of there by Lundby, and that's going to be stolen by Berwick. And then I think, is she going to get fouled? Oh, that'll be on Misha Sargent. That'll be her first. And here we go. They're going to look for Albus up top. No good. Got it in to Butikofer, over to Berwick. Berwick's going to go, and she is going to put her arm out. Yeah, well, there's a little bit too much to look for there. Molly Wright's going to end up drawing the charge there from Haley Berwick. And had her elbow way out there and pushed her down. 34-27, 1:36 remaining. And it's going to be Wright, and she's going to go to the ground. You know, you got to take off and dribble, split the defensive there, and you know, she just kind of went to the ground. It's like, it's travel.
They're just going to call you for a travel, and then,
Yep. 1:34 remaining. It's Berwick looking to get it in, gets it to Butikofer. Butikofer's going to go and make a very nice play. Put it up and in, 34-29. They get it in to Lundby. Lundby's going to put it up. And she's going to come along the left-hand sideline, gets it to Berwick, is going to steal it. Sargent, I think, was the intended person. Here's Albus, and she's going to take a shot, get the jump shot, bring it down. Nice play by Jody Albus. And Gebhardt's going to get it in, but they're going to call her for a 5-second call, so 57.6 seconds remaining, 34-31. Thunder are kind of falling apart here just a bit.
They're a bit.
Got to play some D here. Here's Bierge, going to get it over to Berwick, going to put up three. And that is going to be good, so we're all tied up, 34-34. They get it to Gebhardt. Back to Wright. And it's going to be Berwick with the foul.
Yep, with a block.
And that'll be her first. Oh, it says second. It says second.
So they'll be shooting.
So that'll send Molly Wright to the line to shoot a pair. 41.6 seconds remaining. We're all tied up here. 34-34. That first one is up and no good.
And Abby went out with about a minute and something to go.
She went out with 2:13.
Yeah. And we had
second one is short. They're rebounded there by Bierge.
Had a 10-point lead.
Get it to Berwick, and Berwick calls a play. Gets it to Butikofer. Butikofer, very solid player as a senior. Here's Albus off to Johnson. Chandy Johnson.
Up in.
And they go to Berwick, and it's going to be rebounded there by Albus. And it's 36-34. They get it into right, but I think she takes a couple extra steps. Is that right?
Well, it didn't look like it, but I can't see very good.
No. So I think they called travel. So 36-34. 16.6 remaining. And it's Elbis, and they get it to Berwick. She splits the defense. And that's going to be called on. Who is that called on? Who's that called on? Right?
I think so. Her third.
Okay. It's going to send Berwick to the line to shoot to. And Berwick is 0 for 2. Puts that one up, and that's no good either. And now we're going to have a substitution. Number 5, Sienna Martinez, 5'3" senior coming in for Albus. Second one is up and good. 37-34. And it's Wright getting the ball. And we've got a scrum on the floor. And it's Johnson over to Butekofer, going to put up the 3. And that's going to be no good. So at the end of the third period, it is the Bainville Bulldogs 37, MonDak Thunder 34. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Montana. We are proud to say it's where we live and where we work. The vibe is different here. We are friendly, caring, hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. No one else covers Montana or cares for Montana more than Stockman Bank. To us, Montana isn't just a place. It's the only place we do business. That's why we are Montana's brand of banking.
We're here for agriculture, Nutrient Ag, helping local growers turn their hard work into success. Leading the field with ag chemical sales, fertilizer, soil sampling, custom application, and crop consulting. The friendly staff at Nutrient Ag will be there to get you started. A proud sponsor of all things local. We're here for the little guy with big guy dreams. Nutrient Ag, serving the best farmers of northeastern Montana.
As we come out of the timeout, Thunder were up by 10. Oh yeah, excuse me, out of the quarter break. Thunder had a 10-point lead when Lowe's went out of the game there at 2:13, and the Bulldogs put on some pressure. So it's going to be Wright bringing it up. Start of the first quarter, and it's going to be Sargent. Gets it to Lowe's, over to Carnes. Carnes to Gebhardt, puts it up, and it's going to be Carnes with the rebound. Gets it across to Wright, who puts it up. Going to be rebounded by Carnes again. And instead of, like bringing it down, she just lays down on the ground. They put it up in a bad position.
Well, she should have turned and looked face the basket.
And it's going to be Albus wide open. Nobody's got her. It'll be Lowe's with the rebound, and she brings it down. Bulldogs being aggressive is what you got to be when you're behind.
Yeah.
And now they are ahead, 7-19, so they'll get the ball underneath their own basket. Thunder in their 1-3-1 now. It's going to be Berwick with the 3. Rebounded. Well, looked like it was Gebhardt trying to rebound it. Yeah, and then she was fouled there, I think.
No, they just called it, they tipped it out.
No, they called it on number 15. So that's Butekofer.
Oh, okay.
That's her first. So it's going to be Gebhardt bringing it up. Left side, goes to the middle. Gets it across to Carnes. Back to Gebhardt. Back to Carnes. Gets it to Wright. Up to Lowe's. Over to Sargent. There's Gebhardt. Gets it to Lowe's. And she puts a nice drop step on Abby Lowe's on the nice feed by Riley Gebhardt. 37-36. Here comes Berwick. And they get it to Albus. And Elvis is going to penetrate in, gets it to Butekofer. And it's going to be Berwick taking a look. Gets it to Johnson, who's posts up now. I think she's going to get called for travel.
I think so.
So it's going to be Gebhardt. Gets it in to right, over to Gebhardt. And they get it to Lowe's, off to Avni Carnes. Here's Riley Gebhardt. They get it to Sargent. To Riley Gebhardt, puts up the three, and that's going to be good by Gebhardt. I believe this is their best shooting night of this season.
I think so. She is.
Finally relaxing maybe a little bit, I don't know.
Finally found a spot on the floor she likes.
Here's Bierke looking. Butekofer going to go baseline. And Riley had her, Gebhardt had her stop there, but puts her hands down and is going to end up fouling her. And that will be Riley's fourth. You know, she had such good defensive position there.
Yeah, if she would just stayed where she was, the hands straight up, instead of bringing them down.
So Butekofer will go to the line to shoot two. First one is up and good. Going to have a substitution. Addie Hansen's going to come in the game for Albus. 39-38, the Thunder have a 1-point lead with 5:51 remaining, but the Thunder have two ladies in foul trouble. Second one is up and good. Now we're all tied up, 39-39, 5:50. It's going to be Gebhardt to Sargent to Lowe's, and she misses the layup. 5:39. Here comes Berwick. Gets it to Hansen.
Pretty play if it would have went in.
Now they got Butekofer looking for Berwick. And Berwick back to Butekofer, and she's going to put it up and in. Lila Butekofer has been a really strong player here in this second period. And they got Sargent, gets it to Lowe's, off to Gebhardt. 5:15 remaining. Get it over to Carnes. Carnes is taking a look, gets it to Lowe's, off to Sargent. Here's Gebhardt to Lowe's. And Lowe's puts it up, rolls in and out. Under 5 minutes to go, 41-39. The Bulldogs with the lead. Here comes Bierke. Gonna put it up with the left hand, gets her own rebound. And we got three Thunder players. I don't know who they're gonna give it to, but
13, I believe. Misha Sargent.
That'll be her second foul. 4:51 remaining. That'll put Bierke up to the line to shoot two. First one is up and no good. And we're going to have Lundby's coming in the game for Sargent. 4:51 remaining here in this 2C matchup here between the Bulldogs of Bainville and the Thunder of Westby Granora. Second one is up and in. Bierke. So it is 42-39. The Bulldogs with the lead. Here comes Gebhardt to Lowe's. And Lowe's is going to go all the way to the hole and going to be rebounded there by Wright. And it'll be Gebhardt with the three. Is not going to score, and it's going to be Berwick going all the way to the basket. Bierke with the rebound, and here's going to be Butekofer to Hansen, over to Berwick.
Riley had really good defense that time. She didn't reach, she just made her change her position.
And it's going to be Hansen putting up the three, and Addie Hansen with the three. Standing all alone there. We get it to Gebhardt, to Lundby. And they get it to Lowe's inside, and she's going to get it over to Carnes. Carnes is going to put up the three, a little bit short. Look good, but just a little short. 45-39. Here's Butekofer. Going to go to Berwick. Berwick to Hansen. They got Chandy Johnson inside now, and here's going to Butekofer is going to come up and misses the layup. Rebounded there by Addie Hansen. Here's going to be Berwick. Takes a look. Johnson over to Butekofer. Here's Berwick to Hansen. To Johnson. And Johnson's going to try to get it inside to Berwick. And I think that's going to go off of Berwick's legs, maybe?
I think so.
So we're going to have timeout, 30-second timeout by the Thunder, so we'll be back in 30 seconds.
I think Molly hit it.
There are those who stand out. When Mother Nature sends her best, we never give up and we never rest. We are dedicated to our communities in which we serve. A mission we stand by. Reliable, affordable electricity owned by you. We are your cooperative, and that's what we do. Sheridan Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
As we come back out of the timeout here, it's like the Thunder just need to calm down and everybody look for their shots. You know, they're getting, there's openings there, they're just trying to kind of stuff it to certain people. 45-39 with 3:26 remaining. The Bainville have a 6-point lead. And we're going to have a substitution. We have Bella Lowe's, and Bella is a freshman coming in the game for the first time. And they get it to Wright, off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt to Lowe's, overthrows it. And it's Hansen back there with the steal. And it's going to be Berwick, and the Thunder are in a 1-3-1 zone. And they're going to try to throw it across. Thunder trying to get out there and get in the passing lane, and they get it to Butikofer. Here's Albus. Albus is going to get it to Berwick. Here's Butikofer. And they've got 13 seconds. Albus over to Hansen. Here's Albus. And she's going to throw it out of bounds. 45-39, 2:48. So now the Bulldogs are going to throw on a press. Here's Wright, gets the ball, turns, gets it. Checked there by Berwick, and here comes Lundby dribbling down the left side, gets it to Lowe's, and Lowe's is going to put up the three, and rebounded by Bella Lowe's, but taken away by Butikofer. Lila Butikofer, a senior, comes out with the ball, gets it across to Berwick, and the Thunder still in that 1-3-1. Here's Albus, gets it across to Berwick, and gets it to the corner, back to Berwick. And they're going to get it across to Chandy Johnson. Here's Albus. And Berwick.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
And it's going to be tipped. And it'll be Chandy Johnson going to the hole. Almost gets it. Going to have a jump ball, I think, here.
I believe it's MonDak ball.
We got Avni Carnes back in the game. 45-39, they get it to Wright. Wright over to Gebhardt. Gebhardt to Wright. Over to Gebhardt. She gets it across the timeline, being checked there by Berwick. 1:48, they get it to Carnes. Carnes is being checked there by Albus. Gets it to Lowe's, and Abby Lowe's is going to put up the three. And that's going to go off of a couple of Thunder. Oh, I guess off of Chandy Johnson, huh?
Look like it. Yeah.
So the Thunder will get a shot underneath, or a play underneath their own basket. And they're looking. They get it up. Well, they kind of get it up. I think it's going to stay with the Thunder.
Yeah, throw it up just a tiny bit higher.
Yep, 45-39, 1:35 remaining in the fourth period. And it's Gebhardt gets it into Wright. Over to Gebhardt. And Lowe's is going to get it to Carnes, and Carnes is going to roll it around. And then it's going to be Berwick coming out of there with the ball. And she's going to race down to the other end. Thunder in their 1-3-1. See if they can get their hands on a ball. Albus. And it is Butikofer to Berwick. Over to Hansen. And then it's going to be Butikofer. And Butikofer has been that killer today, Kim.
Yeah.
She's got 13 points. And then Bella Lowe's goes and gets the ball. We're going to have a timeout here by
MonDak.
So it'll be a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
There are those who stand out. When Mother Nature sends her best, we never give up and we never rest. We are dedicated to our communities in which we serve. A mission we stand by. Reliable, affordable electricity owned by you. We are your cooperative, and that's what we do. Sheridan Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
With hundreds of years of combined experience doing the very jobs you're working on, we're sure to have the right advice, the right inventory, and the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Don't take chances hoping the guy behind the counter gets it right. Shop your locally owned Napa Auto Parts store for the know-how to get the job done right the first time. Nationally known, locally owned. Napa Auto Parts.
Scobie Spartans came out of there with a 2-point win, 51-49. And as we come back to action, it's going to be right to Gebhardt. It's 47-39, and the Thunder need like some scoring here quickly. It's going to be Gebhardt, gets it to Lowe's, and Lowe's is going to put up the 2-pointer, Abby Lowe's. And a nice feed by Gebhardt. Thunder need a steal here. Berwick's being triple teamed, gets it off to Butekofer. She comes across, gets it to Hansen, Hansen to Elvis, and Elvis is going to go to Johnson, out to Berwick, over to Butekofer. And then Butekofer is going to be fouled there by Bella Lowe's.
Have two more.
Yeah, that's the bad thing here.
Well.
They're going to, Butekofer gets it across to Berwick. And she gets it across to Johnson, over to Hansen. Here's Butekofer. And Berwick. And it's going to be Molly Wright giving up the foul there. That'll be number 4. 13.6 seconds remaining. And we're going to have Summer Swenson in the game. And Leela Smart is going to come in the game, so our 2 seniors are going to leave. Abby Lowe's and Riley Gebhardt. 13.6 seconds, 47-41 as Berwick gets it off to Elba. She drops the ball, and she needs to get it. She's going to end up getting fouled by Bella Lowe's, so that'll bring Albus to the line to shoot a pair. 6 seconds remaining. Thank all of the people that send in money and the people that are listening tonight. Ran into a lady at the grocery store today and asked if we were going to have any games on. I said, yeah, tonight. So she said she was looking forward to. So I can't just remember your name, but hope you're listening and having a good time. 48-41, 6 seconds remaining. And we'd like to thank Pepsi, Nemont and Stockman Bank, and Brent Soppy and Gavin Euban for helping us out run this. And the ball is going to go out of bounds with 5.2 seconds remaining, and that'll go to the Bulldogs. 48-41, Bulldogs with a 7-point lead. And it's going to be Gebhardt with giving up her 5th foul. And so that'll put Chandy Johnson to the line to shoot a pair. 48-41, Addie Lundby will come in the game. First one is up and no good. Chandy will get a second one. We've had a pretty good floor game by Haley Berwick, and she's very steadying. Second one, no good. Here's Abby Lowe's with it, and she's going to go and put up the 3. That's going to be no good at the buzzer. So at the end of the time, it is going to be 48-41, and Abby Lowe's is going to end up having 20 points to lead the Thunder. Molly Wright had 2. Addie Lundby had 4. Riley Gebhardt had 15. And then for the victorious Bulldogs, it was Berwick with 13. Albus ended up with 10. And Lila Butekofer, she was kind of the I don't know what you call the shot in the dark there. She ended up coming in and scoring 12 points for and she starts and she does a really good job, but she's not usually the big scorer. And then it was Addie Hansen with 5, Chandy Johnson with 2, and Jaylyn Birge with 3. And so for Sue Meyer and Kim Meyer, we'd like to thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time that we do a broadcast. Thanks a lot.
At Northern Prairie Auto, a better value begins with better values from us. Just stop in. You'll see that we are built on local Montana trust that you won't see with those big city guys. Our no-pressure sales staff will put you in the right vehicle, and if we don't have it, by golly, we'll find it. Our service staff strives in getting you back out on the road quickly and within your budget. Northern Prairie Auto, located at 100 Highway 2 East in Wolf Point.
At Daniel Sheridan Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you improve your financial life and achieve your goals. As a not-for-profit financial institution owned by community members like you, we're able to offer better loan and savings rates, lower fees, and exceptional personalized service. Give us a call or stop by our Scobie or Medicine Lake branch to discuss how we can help you save with low-rate vehicle loans, free checking with rewards, or customized business and ag lending. Find us online at dsfcu.net.